guys, welcome to Dide's Crafty Corner. Today I'm showing you an item that is from Kat Scrappiness, and this is called the Distressed Edged Rectangle. And I'm going to be showing you how I'm planning on using it, plus showing you what it looks like cut out. This is a fantastic die. I purchased it last week. There are the rectangles, squares, circles, and ovals, I believe. And I'll leave the link below to this as well as to her store so you can go check it out. This is one of the new releases and I love it. I love it. So I've often torn the edges of my own cardstock to give it that, you know, kind of shabby look or distressed look, and I always feel like I do too much on one side, not enough on the other side. I never feel like I get it to where it looks just right. So I've worked on a couple of techniques to show you how I'm going to be using this die, just to kind of make it my own, and just kind of show you what it looks like, because it's absolutely gorgeous. So you get 5 dies. One of the things I love about them is they are not identical. So this die doesn't match up completely to this one or this one or this one. All the edges, they're similar, but they're not exactly the same. So then the other thing you can do too is if you're going to use 2 layers, turn your die around, you know, so then you've got this kind of design on one side and this kind of design on the other side. But they're not exact, but still, just to give it more interest, I would probably, you know, use one way and then use the other one the other way. But super cool and not very expensive. How much? I think they were, I want to say, I don't think it's on my receipt, but I think under 15, maybe $12.99. I don't really remember. But very inexpensive for a set of nesting dies. That's what they look like. Now let me show you what I cut out and what my thoughts are to use them, because my brain exploded when I saw them. And I knew. Now, I'd seen some years ago by Spellbinders, I think. And I think, anyway, I never purchased them. Really just never did. I always thought, oh, I can tear my own paper. All right, so the first thing I did is I just took a piece of off-white, kind of beigey cardstock, cut it out. So that's what it looks like cut out. Let me make sure you guys can actually see that. Yeah, okay. So that's what it looks like cut out. Super pretty, right? Love the design. Absolutely love the design. And then I just took some normal distress inks that we would use. Antique linen, tea dye. I mixed the 2 of them together with a little finger dauber and just went around the edges, cut it exactly the way it was, went around the edges and called it done. And isn't that super gorgeous? Super, super pretty. Now I am going to be using these that I've cut out today. I'm going to be using in a project coming up, so be looking for that. So isn't that pretty, guys? I love it. It almost looks burnt. It looks like you burned the edges. I absolutely love this die completely. So that's what I did with that one. And then I took a piece of My Mind's Eye printed cardstock. I can't tell you what it really says, but I think this was one of their, yeah, I don't know. And I just used the lighter color, the antique linen, and went around the edge. And isn't that super pretty? So it kind of gives an old feel to the dictionary paper or whatever. Super, super cute, right? Very pretty. And if you had, you know, if you cut out the smaller one, which I didn't do for this, you know, you could layer it up. But this is what I'm saying about just turning it around, right? So if you did it this way, of course it would match up. I'm not so matchy-matchy, so I would turn it around so the edges would be different. And isn't that super cute? And of course you could do that with the smaller die that's in the set. Super nice, right? So I love that. I love the fact that you could just edge up the edges. And then I took it one step further. And let me show you that. So then I took a piece of brown cardstock. I got it wet. I cut it out. I crunched it up. And now look what we got. This is that same design. I got it turned over. Let's go this way. It's the exact same design, right? Only now I've used the cardstock wet, which is an old method for, you know, making weathered, leathered looking stuff. So I've made it wet, and I actually like it this way is the way I'm going to use it. Just like that. And now you've got a gorgeous backdrop to create something like an edge to your card. So what about this? What if we used our little dies that we have for leaves? And added some flowers, which I just did with a card recently, and I can see myself doing this a lot. I've never really done it so much because of the mailing aspect. But to make a little card that I put on display, or I send in a special envelope, right? And then add a couple little peaches. Isn't that super pretty, guys? How elegant is that? How beautiful. And just having that little edge around it just gives it a whole different look. I think it's super, super pretty. So I'm going to be using these in upcoming projects. I hope you guys stay tuned for that. But I had to come on and share because this is a new, isn't that super pretty? Super, super pretty, right? So I'm absolutely loving this die. Completely loving it. Like I said, it completely wasn't expensive at all. So go over to catscrappiness.com. I'll leave the link below. Check it out if you want to. I will leave the link so you can get there faster below. And yeah, I might just pick up the ovals as well, I think, because I really like it. I really like the look of it. It looks like you've torn it yourself. And you have so many options. You can ink it up however you want. You could, I mean, simply beautiful, right? All right, guys, I just had to share. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day, and I will see you in the next video.